What's up, guys? A short update on the price of Bitcoin, and you see we have some kind of a continuation of the bearish trend. Short term. I was thinking that we have a quite kind of solid support here within the range between like 116,000 and almost $119,000. And probably there was a high chance that we will see the support like this bottom area serving as a support and see pullback from that zone. But unfortunately, well, actually it's not unfortunate, this is just what it is. We have the continuation of decline by S&P 500, and that's pretty much the reason why we see this kind of thing on Bitcoin, because if you add the same thing here, you see that when we see the decline in S&P, we see the same decline in Bitcoin. The same when S&P rises, Bitcoin also rises. This is the same, like a drop in S&P 500, drop in BTC. So nothing really new. This correlation is very well known. But this leads us to kind of a dangerous zone, $112,000, where you had these tests before, and it's very likely that now we'll see the breakout of this zone to the downside. Actually, you see there are two targets here, and I had this target even before, like first breakout around this area. So that was supposed to be reached from there, but it didn't yet. Time puts everything on their places, so we'll probably see finally this drop to around $109,000, where is the support, the top area of this zone of huge volume. So probably the price won't go below that yet. It's very likely that it happens. I would say also that, well, you can see actually right now that we have this descending wedge, which is a bullish actually pattern, and normally those wedges, if the bull trend is strong and we see the this kind of a correlation pattern as a wedge, then that is supposed to be broken to the upside. But in Bitcoin and like crypto in general, we often see the false breakout first, or a false breakout, and then only then the continuation of the trend to the upside. So that's exactly what happens now. But I'm not 100% confident about this wedge. It's a little not reliable, because another thing is that we had this trend line, and we had this trend line for a while. Now it is broken, so it's likely that we kind of see a little bit of a continuation, but still it's probably a false breakout, and we'll see the price above that trend line at some point. Daily time frame. I need to look at the daily time frame to show you that again we have the chance to go lower, so they can confirming my conclusions from the way how the price looks. The oscillators are trending to the downside, and it's very likely that we'll see the touch of the oscillators to the zone of very low values, something like zero, right, which is an extreme oversold condition. And whenever we have this, like here, I have price reversed to the bullish trend, here price rise, here price rise, and so on, here price rise. So it's very likely that if we drop there, then it would be the end of the correction, and the price will go up from there. It's again very close, so exactly what I mentioned about the $110,000. And finally, and by the way, we have the Bollinger Bands, which is also kind of priced close to the lower band, which means that we can drop below that, and then next candle probably will be closed above. So something like here, something like here, something like here. It's almost the same every time. Now I would like to show you the weekly time frame, and although it's a little bit more like alarming here, because the middle of the Bollinger Bands middle line is kinda lower, like 106,000, but again we can see the touch with the shadow, or even not touching it, but this is still a support. And although we have again a lot of room to drop with based on the like oscillators, or we have the potential crossover, bearish crossover on MACD and so on, but it's still, there is a kind of a potential good signs, because we see the higher lows, right? Higher lows right now in price, but lower lows in most of the indicators, and probably we'll see the RSI again also lower low, but at least oscillators are showing lower lows. It's not yet formed, but if it is formed when the price, let's say, go $110 or $105,000, or even something, but at least higher than 100,000, that would be a higher low in price and lower low in indicators, meaning that it is the bullish divergence, and then based on this divergence we will likely again go to the upside. So even a weekly time frame confirms the same thing. I would also point out that currently we have a much better performance in Ether, and the price is kind of close to its all-time high, right? And we have these highs here as well, which means that we may test those highs and then go up. So it's something about like $3,900, and from there again like a reasonable correction following Bitcoin, which follows S&P500, and from there it's a new rise. Potentially it will be really huge, like a couple $1,000s or even more, because Ether was finally testing these highs again, and we're accumulating for a very long time. So that's just supporting what I mentioned about Bitcoin. So guys, that's it about the price update, and pretty much it just one thing which was kind of expected if we see the continuation of these tests for this zone, but you see that happens. And again, this trend line was broken, so many signs were about the fact that we may go lower. And although I was expecting that most likely we'll have the breakout soon, we'll have the new all-time high very soon, but well, market dictates different conditions, so we are just trading probabilities, right? We're trading probabilities, and that probability didn't work out, unfortunately. Well, not unfortunately, really. We have the opportunity to buy even better price, so I'm not concerned. We're still above $100,000. That's something. That's something. We have a lot of good news, so probably eventually within this year we'll see much higher price in Bitcoin and most of the other cryptocurrencies. That's it for today. Thank you very much for watching. I hope to see you guys next video. This was a little bit long because like a lot of details I had to talk about. So yeah, thank you very much. See you next time. Goodbye.